cannot be allowed to cross into the multiverse.
I'm not a monster, Steven.
You probably think the Hulk is just a punching bag for every other hero on the roster, but that is not even close to the truth, because in the actual comic lore, he is the most terrifying force in the entire Marvel universe. So if you are enjoying this, go ahead and like the video right now in the beginning, because today we are counting down 10 legendary superheroes who thought they could stop him and got absolutely brutally destroyed for it. Let's get into it.
Just shoot yourself out of every situation. Innocent people get hurt.
Starting off at number 10, we have the Midnight King himself, Black Bolt. And if you only know him from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, where a single whisper vaporizes an entire variant of Doctor Strange, then you probably think this guy is unbeatable. But during the legendary World War Hulk storyline, Black Bolt decided he was going to end the fight before it even started. So he unleashes his signature move, a devastating scream, specifically designed to tear reality itself apart, and everyone expects that to be the end of the story. But Hulk does not even flinch. He just stands there and takes the full force of a reality-shattering scream like it was absolutely nothing. And then he grabs Black Bolt by the throat, pins him straight down to the ground, and smashes his face into the concrete over and over until one of the single most powerful beings in the entire universe is completely neutralized in a matter of seconds. Coming in at number 9 is the smartest man alive, Reed Richards, also known as Mr. Fantastic. And normally in comics, brains beat brawn every single time, but not against the World Breaker when Hulk went on his infamous rampage through New York. Reed thought he had the perfect plan. He was going to use his elastic body to literally wrap himself around Hulk and physically contain him like a straitjacket made of genius-level intellect. But then Hulk simply grabs Reed by the limbs and starts pulling, and Reed gets stretched so far past his own limits that his body is twisted and bent in ways that should not even be physically possible for a man made of rubber. And by the time it is over, Mr. Fantastic is completely incapacitated, lying in a heap, unable to move a single muscle, because genius-level intellect means absolutely nothing when the strongest being on the planet decides to use you as a rubber band.
No!
I need more power.
At number 8, we have arguably the most dangerous magic user in the entire Marvel Universe, Wanda Maximoff. And in the movies, we saw exactly how dangerous she can be when she messed with Hulk's mind and turned him into a rampaging weapon of mass destruction. But the comics tell a completely different story, when Wanda actually tried to use her full chaos magic and her devastating hex bolts to subdue a fully enraged Hulk. His rage is so pure and so overwhelming that it makes him almost immune to her reality warping powers. And during one of the most brutal Avengers showdowns in comic history, Hulk just walks straight through her most powerful spell, like it is nothing more than smoke. And then he grabs Wanda by the arm and casually swats her clean out of the fight, knocking her completely unconscious with barely any effort at all. And that proves there is a threshold of raw, infinite rage that can actually shatter even the most powerful magic in existence.
Come on, Wanda! Escape your fate!
Number 7 belongs to the Merc with a mouth Deadpool, and Wade Wilson's healing factor makes him basically immortal, which honestly should make this fight one of the safer ones on this entire list, because Hulk does not have to hold back at all. And that right there is exactly the problem in the comics. And eventually, Hulk gets so annoyed by the constant non-stop chatter that he decides punching is not enough anymore. He fully pulverizes him, smashing his entire body down into a red paste that is literally just a puddle spread across the floor. And yes, because this is Deadpool we are talking about, he eventually regenerates and probably cracks a joke about it seconds later, but the sheer disrespect of getting turned into a smoothie by an angry green rage monster is honestly one of the funniest and most brutal moments in Hulk's entire history of destruction.
Let's count them down.
At number 6, we have the first Avenger himself, Captain America, and Steve Rogers brings the ultimate tactical mind along with a nearly indestructible vibranium shield. But across multiple comic runs, including the brutal Ultimate Universe timeline, Cap learns the hard way that tactics simply do not work against infinite, unstoppable rage. Hulk casually swats Captain America straight out of the air like he weighs absolutely nothing, shattering bones on impact. Hulk actually bites down and rips a chunk right out of that supposedly indestructible vibranium shield. Absolutely nothing when you are standing directly in front of the Hulk with nowhere left to run. And honestly, if the world's greatest soldier cannot win this fight through pure strategy, then strategy alone was never going to be enough for anyone on this list. Breaking into the top 5, we have the Sorcerer Supreme himself, Doctor Strange, and you would naturally think that magic is the ultimate counter to raw physical strength. And honestly, Strange thought so too when he decided to enter the astral plane and try to calm Hulk's mind directly from the inside using some of the most advanced mystical techniques in existence. But Hulk's rage does not care about spells or dimensions or ancient mystical defenses, so he forcefully breaks straight through Strange's protection, grabs the Sorcerer Supreme by both hands, and shatters them completely and without the use of his hands. Strange cannot form the intricate spell circles he needs to cast his most powerful magic, which leaves one of Earth's most important mystical defenders completely broken and totally helpless in front of an unstoppable green nightmare.
Take your zealots from the Earth. Never come back.
At number 4, we have the friendly neighborhood web-slinger Spider-Man. And normally Peter Parker is fast agile, and his spider sense keeps him one step ahead of almost any danger he ever faces. But when an out-of-control Hulk went on a full-blown rampage through the streets of New York, Peter made the classic rookie mistake of trying to play the hero and jump straight into the fight. And here is the truly terrifying part. The speed difference literally does not even matter because Hulk clips Spider-Man with a single lightning-fast backhand and sends him flying straight through the side of an entire building, nearly killing him instantly on impact. And that single brutal moment proves that Peter's impressive street-level durability simply cannot survive even a glancing hit from a god-tier cosmic-level threat like an enraged Hulk.
You okay, kid?
At number 3 is the master assassin herself, Black Widow Natasha Romanoff, and Natasha is more than capable of single-handedly taking down entire armies of highly trained soldiers using nothing but skill, speed, and precision. And we all remember that terrifying helicarrier chase scene from the first Avengers movie that played out like an actual horror film. But the comics take that fear to a whole different level, because whenever Natasha has been forced to stand directly between an enraged Hulk and his target, things end in the most brutal way imaginable. Her widow's bites, her high explosive gadgets, and her precise tactical strikes do not even make him blink. And during multiple Avengers standoffs, it only takes one single casual backhand swipe from the Hulk to completely shatter her ribs and instantly put her in the hospital. Coming in at number 2, we have Tony Stark himself, suited up in the legendary Hulkbuster armor, and the MCU showed us Tony winning that iconic Johannesburg fight with a clever lucky sucker punch. But in the actual comic lore, the Hulkbuster armor might as well just be an oversized tin can as far as Hulk is concerned. Because every single time Tony builds a brand new upgraded Hulkbuster suit, Hulk casually rips it apart piece by piece, almost like he is peeling an orange. And during the legendary World War Hulk storyline, Tony throws absolutely everything he has at him. The entire arsenal of Stark technology, and Hulk just walks straight through every single one of those attacks, crushing the armor down to scrap metal and leaving Tony Stark bleeding and broken in the middle of the wreckage he built with his own 2 hands.
He's all yours.
Have finally arrived at number 1, the God of Thunder himself, Thor, and the MCU absolutely loves to debate who the strongest Avenger really is, but the actual comic lore settles that argument once and for all. Because while Thor undeniably wields immense cosmic power, Hulk's endless rage gives him a strength ceiling that is truly infinite with no known limit whatsoever. An enraged Hulk once battered Thor so relentlessly and with such overwhelming force that he actually beat the mighty Asgardian god straight into a coma. And think about that for a second. No lightning, no enchanted hammer.
We are not your enemy's banner.
So there you have it, 10 legendary. Who do you think would be the very first hero to fall? Drop your wildest power, scaling takes down below, smash that like button, subscribe for more insane deep dives into comic lore, and I will see you in the next one.